Hey guys, so hopefully you've been watching the last video, so go check it out here in the link. Virgil and I just got done a 3-hole kind of intro match. You kind of know who Virgil is if you haven't seen him before. If you're from the Nashville area, you gotta know who you are. You've been here for 20-something years.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we're dating them, don't worry. So we're gonna get this intro done pretty quick because the group's coming to the tee box, but we're gonna tackle this 20-yard back pin bunker shot, and Virgil's gonna show me some tips on how to handle this thing. So let's get into the video. Let's go to work. All right, so here we are. Virgil's gonna help me out with this shot. He's gonna be behind the camera, but we got about, what do you say, Virg? Easy 20-yard shot to hit?
Low 20s for sure.
So, but the thing that makes this shot probably a little more difficult than just your normal one is that you got a little bit of a shelf that's gonna feed it away if you're short, so we don't want that to happen either. But you got a little bit of a backstop in case you go long. So we have a little bit of a buffer on the deep side. So Virg, grab the camera there and kind of walk us through what are some of the things you do when you have to hit a shot a little bit longer than just normal greensider.
Well, one of the things I'm always concerned about here first is picking the trajectory that I want, right? Because the trajectory is going to have a lot to do with, you know, the spin and what is required. So you got to carry the shelf, and it would be better if you had the choice to be slightly left of the flag when it's all said and done. So I'm taking one more than I usually use.
Okay.
So you're choosing 50.
Yep.
I'm going to play it about a foot out to the right.
Okay.
And I'm basically going to play a regular splash shot that I would from greenside bunker, but now because I have, you know, less loft, it should go farther. So
you go like wide stance.
Yep.
Ball slightly front of center.
Yeah, slightly in front of center.
Face open.
Face definitely open.
You call it like 1 o'clock, 1:30?
Yeah.
Okay. Heavy left foot.
Yes, heavy left foot, and I love long and slow here.
Oh yeah, that's a good thought. I like that. All right, long and slow, long and slow.
One of the reasons why I love long and slow is you don't have as much spin. Spin is speed.
Yes.
Right? So we want this ball to come out soft and be able to release and not worry about it checking up.
So I think that's a good point that you brought up there with long and slow that I might have overlooked, is that ability just to kind of feel, it's not like lazy, but it's kind of like I'm going at like 65%,
yeah.
Something like that.
65% to the finish.
Correct.
Yeah. Really good. And this is a really hard shot to get close to the hole. Like, that was incredible. And one of the things I would always be trying to get people to do is give yourself a chance to make a par. Don't make 5.
Correct.
You know, on a par 3 like this, you want to give yourself a chance to make a par, but we want to try to keep doubles and worse off the scorecard.
And one other thing too that I think we got to highlight just one last time is that, you know, normally on a firm bunker shot, I go to my lob wedge, a little lower bounce club for me.
Yeah.
I go my 54 for a lot of these shots around here because we have this softer sand.
Yeah.
And so when you said to go one more, I just went to 50 automatically because 54 is what I play around here at our golf course a lot.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people might get scared moving to a long club. So what do you tell them when they're grabbing, well, obviously practice, but what do you tell them when they go to a different wedge they never used before? What's something they can keep in mind?
Well, that's another reason why I like long and slow, is it takes the pressure off, because most people feel like they got to nip it out of here, and you really don't. You just have to hit the sand and let the sand collect the ball.
Right.
And I love the ball coming out on these longer shots to come out a little lower and let it run back to the hole instead of trying to check it real close to the hole. Very dangerous shot when you do that.
Absolutely. So hopefully that little bunker tip helps you out. Big takeaways for me, Virg. Go to a lower club for those longer shots. So went 54 to 50 and calm down. Nice long, easy swing to a good full finish.
Yeah, I've always thinking like Payne Stewart, Ernie Els, Fred Couples, long, slow, flowing, and keep going through the shot. Most people get caught up kind of sticking in the sand. One of the golden rules of bunker play is as the sand gets out, the ball gets out. Yeah,
because you're not hitting the ball, right? I mean, it's just, you got inch or so behind it. You get an explosion out. It's about controlling displacement of sand.
Yeah.
Kind of dictates your spin rate too. And with that 50, it's easy to kind of what we would call a chunk and roll it probably a little bit more than the spinner.
Yeah, and I would also say is that when people get in there with their 60 or their 58 or something with higher loft, they swing really hard at it. Their feet move in the sand. Now that changes the bottom, so they'll either scull it or they'll hit it too fat. So another reason why I like smooth is that it reduces the ground forces. And really one of the biggest challenges in a fairway bunker shot or a greenside bunker shot is your feet moving in the sand.
Absolutely.
So calm down the feet by just reducing the energy.
And the best way to describe it to me is like it's a bunch of marbles. right?
Yeah.
You're standing on a bunch of marbles. How would you swing if you had to stand on a whole bunch of different sized marbles underneath your feet? And that's basically what you're dealing with in a bunker shot. So, any other last little pointers for them?
Just remember, trajectory control is key. And when it's long like we had a shelf, all we had to do was really find the shot that got it on the appropriate tier, and then let it run to the hole. You made a great shot. We had great shot selection, and that's really what it takes, is not one club for all shots, but multiple clubs for all the shots.
Love it. Virgil's information will be down below in the description. Make sure you check him out. He's here in Nashville. He's a great mentor friend of mine. We have more coming for you, so stay tuned.